Howdy. A year ago or so, I have been obviously talking very much, 23 minutes and 45 seconds, about that life has no meaning. It might be a scary title for a video for all those people who search the meaning of life. I will put a link below to the video. You can check it out if you want to. I don't get any profit out of this or whatsoever. It is an offer. Life has no meaning, but you can give it a purpose. That's basically the main message of the whole video. And I made it a year ago. And I just stumbled across an article I wanted to share with you because it seems it's going to the same direction. I haven't read the whole article yet. I just started to read and then I thought that, yeah, why not read it loud to myself? And you can listen. Maybe I throw some own thoughts into that, but let's dive into that. Neurosciencenews.com. Sense of purpose may shield against loneliness. June 26, 2023. If you understand one thing, that we are all connected. For those who have heard about my experience I had some days ago, they probably understand what I mean. There are no islands in space. Summary. A sense of purpose in life, irrespective of its nature, can be a robust defense against loneliness. A new study involving over 2,300 Swiss adults found fewer instances of loneliness among individuals who led a purposeful life. While some activities that provide a sense of purpose entail social interactions, the study stresses that combating loneliness transcends mere company. A purposeful life can be especially valuable in older adults, demonstrating the importance of finding meaning at all life stages. Key facts. The study found that feelings of loneliness were less common in people who led a purposeful life, irrespective of their age. Second, while activities involving social interactions can provide a sense of purpose, it's not merely the presence of others, but the sense of purpose that combats loneliness. Third, finding purpose becomes crucial in older adults, especially those in their 70s and beyond, a period often associated with increased loneliness. Finding purpose, yeah. But it's not only about finding, it's about a decision. Living a purposeful life needs a decision and probably some gathering of information help making a decision. A new study co-authored by Patrick Hill, Associate Professor of Psychological and Brain Sciences, offers an important message for our times. Yeah, loneliness in the most populated earth we've ever had since people have to sit at home. Anyway, the sense of purpose in life. Whether it's a high-minded quest to make a difference or a simple hobby with personal meaning can offer potent protection against loneliness. Loneliness is known to be one of the biggest psychological predictors for health problems, cognitive decline, and early mortality, Hill said. Studies show that it can be as harmful for health as smoking or having a poor diet. Yeah. You're not only what you eat, you're also what you think. Yeah, it's quite a feeling when you notice that the bubble bursts. But he'll know that there's more to fighting loneliness than simply being around others. Yeah. The new study, based on surveys of more than 2,300 adults in Switzerland, which is a very densely populated country, found that feelings of loneliness were less common in people who reported a purposeful life, regardless of their age. It was co-authored by Matthias Allemand of the University of Zurich in Switzerland and Gabriel Olaru of Tilburg University in the Netherlands. Respondents were asked to score their feelings on lack of companionship, isolation from other people, and the sense of being left out or passed over during a 4-week period. Participants also filled out the 6-item life engagement test, which asked them to rate statements such as, "There is not enough purpose in my life," and "I value my activities a lot." A sense of purpose is the general perception that you have something leading and directing you from one day to the next, Hill said. It can be something like gardening, supporting your family, or achieving success in work. Many activities that can provide a sense of purpose, joining a club, volunteering at a school, playing in a sports league, involve interaction with others, which is one reason why your purpose filled life tends to be less lonely. In the study, people who said they received or provided social support were especially likely to report feelings of purpose. But he'll note that there is more to fighting loneliness than simply being around others. We've all had time in our lives when we felt lonely, even though we weren't actually alone. There's something about having a sense of purpose that seems to fight loneliness regardless of how many other people are involved, he said. The study found a slight uptick in reports of loneliness for people around in their 70s and beyond, an age when a sense of purpose can be especially important. We are trying to dispel the myth from previous generation that this is simply a time for retiring and resting, Hill said. There are no downsides to finding something meaningful later in life. There are no downsides to finding something meaningful later in life. Yeah, it's never too late. Still, it's important to keep in mind that the quest for purpose can be somewhat self defeating if taken too seriously. Feeling like you need to save the world can lead to existential dread and distress, Hill said. When it comes to purpose and meaning, even small things can matter. It's okay if someone else thinks that your purpose is trivial, as long as it is meaningful to you. Yeah, this was actually rather short. But anyway, I think I will leave it here. I will put a link below to that. You can click on this and check it out. Yeah, it's never too late. Like I said in the beginning, maybe it's easier to make such a decision when you have gathered some amount of knowledge. And I think it's one of the most important decisions one can make. Because after all, it comes down to one question. one question, which is, are you one of the good ones? If you notice something which is incorrect, or if you are not satisfied with whatever observations you do in whatever things, is it social, is it in your environment something, and you don't do anything about it, you're probably not one of the good ones. If you just think that, yeah, someone else should care, why should I don't, it's not my business or whatsoever. What goes around comes around. It's not always possible to do actually something about it. But just if you have your thoughts about something which are tending to the positive way, those thoughts eventually will manifest somewhere in some form. And if many people think the same thing, the manifestation could happen more quickly or is more strong, or it will have an effect. Your thinking has an effect. Yes, it does. Because to some degree, you are responsible to what you're thinking about and how you're thinking about something. First, you have to make an observation. And then you have to get aware of the situation. And then you probably collect some knowledge about the whole thing. And by collecting knowledge about the whole thing, you will get wise about it. And as you understand what's going on, your frequency will change. With every piece of knowledge you gain in your life and how you deal with it, it has an influence on your frequency. And the next time you meet someone, your frequency will have an effect on them. You don't have to say one single word, they will feel it. We are animals after all. We are beings with senses. It's just that we aren't supposed to use them anymore because we have all kinds of equipments for whatever stuff, tools, machines. Sensing. Look, see, smell, hear, listen, watch, observe. Observe yourself. Observe yourself while observing yourself. Take a step back and then a step back. And then maybe even one step back still more. And then walk around. Try to get a holistic picture of the whole thing. You have to be able to laugh at yourself. Yeah, that's ridiculous. I really just did this? Like, really? Kidding me. Yeah. Who are you to ask me? I'm your second watcher here. Ah, yeah, okay. Maybe the one in the front should go to the side so I can see better. Try to be as objective as possible. Because the truth doesn't need any defense. It will stand on its own. It doesn't have to be believed in. It's there. They're the ones who can see it, and those who are barely are able to take a glimpse at it. But they know already, you know. They won't change their minds because they know. They think they know. And that's the difference because you know that they probably don't know, but they don't know that you know. Which is an interesting thing, after all, to talk about. And it's very interesting to watch some mainstream weather forecast and stuff like that. Let's take an example like weather. The chaos theory emerged from, I don't remember the name, but some guy figured out that weather is just too complicated. It has to be chaos. A butterfly in the Amazon can spark some thunderstorm somewhere else. In order to conquer this problem, they need massive computers and these kind of things. So they try to conquer the chaos with mathematics, which is ridiculous. Weather, like all those weather systems, high and low pressure systems, they're all connected with each other and all these kind of things. Nothing happens basically randomly. They're all just fluctuations of energies going up and down through Earth's crust to the atmosphere and beyond. Like, if you look at a big cloud, it might weigh like millions of tons of water. It's just there hanging in the air. And you can see all the time similar cloud patterns, ripples, and all these kind of things, which is basically fundamental proof that it's not chaos. We have so many repetitive patterns. And this might be one of the big reasons why the forecast isn't too accurate. But anyway, life has no meaning, but you can give it a purpose. And I recommend you to give it a purpose. Yeah, that's quite a decision to make. But it's worth it. Thanks. Bye.